3 miles under the Pacific. A dead Soviet submarine lay on the ocean floor. 3 nuclear missiles still in its tubes. In the summer of 1974, the CIA sent a giant claw down to steal it. The claw hung from 3 miles of steel pipe. Lowered through a trapdoor in the belly of a ship the world believed was mining rocks. On the surface, a mining vessel with Howard Hughes' name on it. Underneath, a machine built to lift a nuclear submarine off the bottom of the ocean, without anyone finding out. Soviet ships circled for 2 weeks. They never saw it. The claw reached the wreck. It grabbed hold, and 3 miles down, it started to work. Then the submarine broke. A piece of it tore loose and fell back into the dark. What came up instead were 6 dead Soviet sailors. This is how the CIA tried to steal a submarine from the bottom of the ocean, and what it brought back instead. 1968. A Soviet submarine leaves port in the Pacific and vanishes. It's called K-129. 98 men aboard. 3 nuclear missiles. The Soviet Navy searches for weeks and finds nothing. The Americans find it first, 16,000 feet down, northwest of Hawaii. No one had ever pulled anything off the ocean floor that deep. The CIA decided to lift the whole submarine. 3 miles of open ocean. No diver could go that deep. The machine to raise it didn't exist yet. And if Moscow ever found out, it could mean war. Nixon approved it anyway. The CIA's own odds of success: 1 in 10. You cannot build a 600-foot ship in secret. Someone sees the shipyard. Someone asks what it's for. So the CIA gave them an answer so boring no one would look twice. Howard Hughes, the richest, strangest recluse in America, was going to mine the ocean floor for metal. Manganese nodules, rocks off the seabed, a billionaire's expensive new hobby. It was a lie big enough to hide a warship, and it held. Newspapers covered Hughes's bold mining venture. Investors believed it. The Soviets believed it. But the ship was built around a secret. A moon pool, a hidden chamber deep inside the hull, with floor doors that opened straight down into the sea. A derrick to handle 3 miles of pipe. And at the end of that pipe, a claw the size of a building, built to grab 1,700 tons of dead submarine. On the surface, a mining ship. Below the waterline, a 3-mile crane built to steal a nuclear weapon off the ocean floor. July 4th, 1974. The ship stops above the wreck and holds its position. The floor doors open. The ocean is right there, 3 miles deep, directly below the hull. The pipe goes down. One section locked on, lowered. Another locked on, lowered. At the bottom of it, the claw descends into total darkness, blind toward a submarine no one has touched in 6 years. Then the Soviets show up. A Soviet ship pulls alongside and starts watching. It stays for days. The crew can't stop. Pulling 3 miles of pipe back up would take days, and blow the cover. So they keep going, reaching for a Soviet submarine with a Soviet ship watching from a few hundred yards away. The claw reaches the wreck. It closes around the hull. The lift begins. There's no fast way to raise 1,700 tons through 3 miles of ocean. It comes up one pipe section at a time, for hours. And it's working. The wreck is rising. Then, deep in the dark, the hull starts to give. 6 years on the bottom, crushed by pressure, the metal can't hold the weight. The submarine tears apart. A huge section breaks free of the claw and falls. 3 miles, all the way back down. The crew is left holding a fraction of what they came for. Inside the piece that survived, they find bodies. 6 Soviet submariners, missing for 6 years, now on the deck of the ship sent to rob their grave. The CIA came for missiles and secrets. It pulled up the dead. So the crew does something no one had planned for. They hold a funeral. A Soviet naval flag. An American deck. A burial at sea for 6 enemy sailors. With full military honors. A camera films the entire ceremony. Then the film is locked away. Whatever else the CIA pulled from that wreck is still classified. The bodies are the part we know about. The secret survived the Pacific. It survived 2 weeks of Soviet ships. It survived the deepest salvage ever attempted. It did not survive Los Angeles. Months earlier, burglars broke into a Hughes office and cracked the safe. Inside were documents tying Howard Hughes to the CIA and to a ship called the Glomar Explorer. The thread started to unravel. Reporters pulled on it. In early 1975, the story broke nationally. The CIA's secret submarine heist was on the front page. Now the government had an impossible choice: confirm it and admit America tried to steal a Soviet submarine, deny it, and lie about a program reporters were already printing. So they invented a third answer. We can neither confirm nor deny the existence of the requested records. It became known as the Glomar response. Courts and governments still hide behind it today. For almost 20 years, the burial film stayed locked in the CIA's vault. Then, in 1992, the director of the CIA handed a copy to the president of Russia. 6 sailors lost at the bottom of the ocean, buried by the spies who came to steal their submarine. The CIA came for the secrets of a dead submarine. What it kept longest was the funeral.